Welcome to Professor Sky's Spam Channel, where I talk about anything that is not new music. And I'm on this new kick here. I'm just trying to do more videos because I get these ideas in my head and I go, oh, that'd be a good Spam Channel thing. And then I get all up in my head and I overthink it and I try to make it special. Special is for my music channel. This is my other stuff. So movies are something I love. I mean, realistically, if I was taking the easy way when I was younger, I would have gone into movie criticism. That was my favorite thing in high school, going down to Videosmith and renting all the Werner Herzog movies and Wim Wenders movies I could find at like the age of 15. I was like a total movie nerd. Anyways, I went into French, I went into art history, a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyways, I still have this dream, and I actually just realized today, I checked for moviecricket.com probably back in 2002, and when that website was taken, I was like, I guess I just won't do that. So maybe that's an alternate life where I would have developed my talent and become a Patrick H. Willems type character. Not that I would necessarily have his skill. But speaking of him, I have an idea today. So I want to talk about Dune. Dune 2. Or as they call it in England, June. Have you noticed that? So Dune 2. I don't really want to give a review of the movie. It was great. It was fine. But what interested me the most is an editing technique, which I've been seeing more and more in these long blockbusters. I remember noticing it in The Rise of Skywalker. I remember seeing it, I believe, in the new Matrix. And what I want you to do is I want you to adopt this terminology. I want you to spread it as far as you can, and then I want you to tell me where else do you see it. I'm going to call it the Humperdink cut. Okay? Humperdink editing. That's a joke from the movie The Princess Bride, where Prince Humperdink is trying to force a marriage before the good guys can come in, and the priest is, saying, marriage is an eternal love, and he just goes, skip to the end, a line that my brothers and I have always loved. Here it is on movieclips.com, the skip to the end.
Skip to the end.
So, skip to the end is something which I think movie editors are starting to do. And what blows my mind is that it's like it's done in such a way that somehow people aren't noticing it. And I think maybe it's that we're so thankful. So let me give you the example from Dune, okay? There's a scene in Dune 2, where they tell Paul Atreides, Willy Wonka, you're going to go out into the desert and you are going to spend the night. But beware. There are 3 potential risks. Risk number 1. If you do not walk properly with the fancy sand walk, you may be eaten by a worm. Threat number 2. There might be a caterpillar or centipede or some kind of insect which will attack you. Don't worry about the big ones. Worry about the small ones. And then they make a point that the small ones are this big. And worst of all, the voices that come from the desert. So here it comes, Villeneuve has set us up for this super exciting sequence. He has established the stakes. He has let us know these are the 3 things that Paul Atreides must confront before he can get to the other side and be called the Memsai Haigib or whatever the hell he's called, right? He takes 2 little fancy dance walks. This is little futsal shuffle, moves 2 feet, and then he sees Zendaya. And they just chill out on a dune and talk, and then the scene's over. Skip to the end. We had this whole thing set up. There was an entire 15-minute action sequence where we were promised, centipedes that were giant and attacking him. We were promised temptation in the desert. I was thinking there might be some kind of recreation of that scene from Last Temptation of Christ, Willem Dafoe by Scorsese. I was expecting something epic like that, some kind of dance movement, some kind of something. But Villeneuve understood, or his editors understood. Nah, we get it. You get the basic idea. You know what happened. He did the thing, and then he almost fell, and then he didn't, and then he hung out with Zendaya, and everything was okay. So I've watched a lot of commentary about this movie. I haven't seen anyone mention this fact. I mean, there's, the whole thing show, don't tell. Well, this told and then didn't show. It told something that it didn't even do, and somehow the movie didn't suffer for it. So just pay attention to that, would you? Pay attention to this Humperdink edit. Where else do you see this in movies? I know I see it more. Because as we get to more and more of these 2-hour extravaganzas, 2.5-hour extravaganzas, there's like this limit where Hollywood knows we want to go for a certain period of time, but not too long, but not enough time. There's a whole kind of mixture. And it now feels like there's an entire scene that was edited, cut out, might be on the online exclusive or a DVD extra, but there are no DVD extras. All right. So anyways, that's what I call a Humperdink edit. Do you think it's interesting? Should I be putting more effort into these things? I choose this terrible angle. You want to do this kind of angle so that you don't look as double chinned and all that. But I'm doing like a lower angle. That's confidence right there. All right. And until next time, I don't know. I might start talking more about association football. We'll see. There's the camera.